Suchir Balaji, a young and brilliant mind at OpenAI, is gone. His death, ruled a suicide, sent shockwaves through the tech world. But it was his final act, a searing op-ed in the New York Times, that ignited a firestorm. Balaji, just hours before his death, accused his former employer of a shocking disregard for the law. OpenAI, he claimed, was built on a foundation of stolen intellectual property. Balaji was no disgruntled employee. He was a star, a key player in the development of GPT-4. He understood the power of AI, but he also saw its dark side. In his final message to the world, he detailed how OpenAI, in its relentless pursuit of AI dominance, had trampled on the rights of countless creators. Balaji's death was a tragedy, but his allegations, if true, could have far-reaching consequences. They raise serious questions about the ethics of AI development and the responsibility of tech giants. At the core of Balaji's claims is a simple but explosive accusation. OpenAI trained its AI models on a mountain of copyrighted material without permission. ChatGPT, DALL-E, the crown jewels of OpenAI, were all allegedly built on this stolen data. Balaji argued that this wasn't just wrong, it was illegal. OpenAI, he pointed out, was no longer a plucky non-profit. It was a for-profit behemoth, raking in billions. Their fair use defense, often trotted out by AI companies, rang hollow. They were profiting directly from the unauthorized use of other people's work. Musicians, artists, writers, journalists. Balaji argued that their work was being fed into OpenAI's algorithms without their knowledge or consent. Their livelihoods, their creative output, were being exploited to build a corporate giant. And OpenAI, Balaji alleged, knew exactly what it was doing. The response from OpenAI was swift but predictable. They expressed sadness at Balaji's death, praising his contributions to the company, but when it came to the allegations, they sang a familiar tune. They claimed their models were trained on publicly available data, and that their actions were protected by fair use. OpenAI insisted that they were committed to ethical AI development. They pointed to their partnerships and initiatives, their efforts to address bias and promote transparency. But for many, these assurances rang hollow. Balaji's allegations, coming from a trusted insider, cast a long shadow over OpenAI's carefully crafted image. The legal battle is just beginning. Lawsuits are piling up around the world, from India to Canada to the US. News organizations, authors, artists, they're all lining up to hold OpenAI accountable. The stakes are enormous. Balaji's death was a tragedy, but his final act, his decision to speak truth to power, may have ignited a revolution. The world is finally waking up to the dark side of AI, to the potential for exploitation and abuse. The outcome of the OpenAI lawsuits will have far-reaching consequences. It could set a precedent for the entire AI industry, determining how companies can use data and who ultimately owns the rights to creative content. The future of AI, once a source of boundless optimism, is suddenly clouded with uncertainty. One thing is clear, the era of unregulated AI development is over, the world is watching, and the demand for ethical, responsible AI has never been greater. Suchir Balaji may be gone, but his legacy will live on in the fight for a more just and equitable AI future.